Hey, what's up you guys? This is Junior Trader, and in this video I want to take you over AMD's options data before earnings. So in this video we'll be taking a look at where are the traders betting their money, how are the options looking like before earnings. We have AMD's earnings tomorrow. So let's see where the interest is sitting on AMD options right now. I did a video on the technicals already in the morning on the semiconductors, including Nvidia. So is for AMD as well as MCI, ARM, Broadcom, Micron. Check that out on my channel. This video will just focus on AMD options. So now, before that, also please note, none of this is any financial advice, it's only for education purposes. Right off the gate, what I'm seeing on the options here with the AMD is there are just a lot of calls. There's a lot of density on the calls, guys, even at $200. I don't expect this week, though, even our earnings comes with, out of flying colors, I don't expect AMD to go to $200. But just showing you the scale and the strength of the calls, like we have, this most likely is the 145 are the intraday calls or puts pretty much. You can see it just tested 145. And when you see a spike like this around it, it's usually the, current day's trades on these options. And so is at 140. Now, but you can see 150 and above, like this data I have been seeing from over the weekend as well. And these calls are just sitting so strong still. Is there a possibility like even $150 even post earnings? Well, it all comes down to technicals. I'll talk about it in just a second. And then I see 140 puts, 135 and 130. So how about we take the extreme case first on the put side, 130, and let's see post earnings if that's a possibility. So 130 is right over here, guys. So like post earnings, if AMD gaps down, let's say earnings are bad, no one knows how it's going to go through the earnings. And if it gaps down 130 this week, yeah, it's a possibility. It may we do have a structural area as well here, but I do expect that 130 will come into play. And I'm just going to adjust something here on my indicator as well, guys, while I'm talking about it. Let me adjust a couple of things. And here we go. Yeah, that level has also shown up now. So yeah, but it's a possibility 130 if it gaps down, which will be quite brutal on AMD. But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's where the some spike is on the put side with AMD, and 135 is also likely. Yeah, very likely if we much more gap down after earnings. So yeah, 135 is also going to come in play on the put side. But what about the calls though? Like, I mean, I'm showing you where the traders are betting their money. There is no guarantee that prices are going to go these high calls, 185 and so forth, right? Like, even if it gaps up after earnings, and these are like until Friday, I'm saying, like if it gaps down, then by Friday, yeah, price will follow through to the downside. But if it gaps up, AMD has a little bit of a struggle though to gap even after gap up, but anything until if it gaps up, let's say tomorrow after earnings, anything until this 200 days moving average or $150 around is a good chance for the week. And in my opinion, if it because we have 200 days moving average, so even if it gaps up, I want to see what if it goes through above 200 days moving average or stay below it. If it stays below it, I'll be a little bit careful. You have to be cautious, but yeah, if it gets above 200 days moving average as well, then I'm willing to bet until Friday around 161, but nothing more than that. So yeah, that's still quite a wide range. But yeah, anything this week, all these calls above 160, in my opinion, that zone, I think that looks worthless to me. But again, just my opinion. If price gaps up quite a lot, then only it's a possibility. But in its own price action, just what AMD is doing, yeah, that's impossible. Only earnings gap up can save any calls above $150, in my opinion. And also, if let's say price stay choppy, anything above 108 and 45 and 27 cents on AMD is still a losing battle that someone will be fighting on the call side. If AMD struggles to even after earnings do anything to the upside or just stay choppy, then the price action is still negative to the downside. And yeah, So yeah, that's just the options, guys. I want to talk about in this video. Like, we just want to show you, what the trader sentiments are looking like. It's surprising that so many calls are sitting still, way beyond that I expect in the range. But hey, we'll see what happens through the earnings. Like, because AMD, how much does it gaps up or down after earnings, right? Like, this was this last earning. It did what, $10 move there, and then it's a little bit all over the place. It doesn't follow a consistent pattern. And on this one, this earnings over here, the following day it did a almost a seven dollars move. So $10 to $7 what it moves. So I'm not expecting like it's gonna move like $20-$30. If it does, it does, but we have to go with the data, and data right now says like average is like $7 to $10 post earnings, right, with AMD, either side, right? So but yeah, analysts are still, and again, like AMD is one of the company in the semiconductor industry. I won't be actually surprised that if it gaps up and it continues higher, like this is a long-term type of stock. Though if it's dipping, and if you're not trading and you're questioning like what you should do, well, it's a semiconductor, guys. They have been going up on AI stuff, but it's market as well, so just be prepared. But yeah, it's fallen quite a lot out of nowhere when everyone on AMD is like beating the drum like $200 or so, all these analysts. And that's why I say that, um, you just don't follow the analysts too much, right? Because here, look at it. Barclays adjusts price target on AMD to 180 from 235. These people, when the price falls, they downgrade. When the price goes up, I mean, when the price has made the move, then they downgrade. And when the price has made the move to the upside already, then they upgrade. So they just follow the direction, nothing else, guys. Or well, they just do the things after the price has made the move. Anyways, that's all for this video. Just wanted to show you the options data, how things are looking like, and my opinion. And price action, though, is not strong yet. AMD can only be saved for the bulls if we have a gap up after the earnings. Otherwise, bulls are cooked. All right, that's pretty much it. All right, I'll see you in my next videos, guys. Take care. And well, one more thing, I'll be doing videos on. We have Microsoft earnings tomorrow. I'll be doing options data on that as well. So subscribe and hit the like if you haven't done so. All right, I'll see you in my next videos. Bye.